Good morning, Jesus. Before I give my attention to the noise of this world, I want to give my first thoughts to you. Before the messages, the responsibilities, the worries, and the plans of this day begin to fill my mind, I want to remember that you are already here. You were here before I opened my eyes. You were here through the night, and you will remain with me through every moment of this day. Jesus, thank you for giving me another morning. Thank you for the breath in my lungs, the strength in my body, and the opportunity to begin again. Yesterday may have brought mistakes, disappointments, unanswered questions, or battles I could not understand, but today is a new opportunity to walk with you. I don't have to carry yesterday into today. I can place it in your hands and move forward with faith. Good morning, Jesus. Be the center of my thoughts today. When fear tries to speak louder than faith, remind me of your promises. When anxiety tells me that everything will go wrong, remind me that I do not walk alone. When I feel uncertain about the future, help me remember that you already see what I cannot see. I may not know what this day will bring, but I know who holds my life. Jesus, guide my thoughts. There are moments when my mind becomes crowded with problems before the day has even begun. I think about finances, relationships, responsibilities, decisions, and things that may never even happen. But today I choose to surrender those thoughts to you. I refuse to allow fear to control the atmosphere of my mind. I choose peace. I choose faith. I choose to trust you one moment at a time. Teach me to begin my day with the right mindset. Let my first thought be gratitude instead of complaint. Let my first response be prayer instead of panic. Let my first decision be trust instead of fear. Jesus, go before me today. Go before me into every conversation. Go before me into every meeting, every responsibility, every difficult situation, and every unexpected moment. If I am about to make a wrong decision, redirect me. If I am walking towards something that will harm me, close the door. If there is an opportunity that is aligned with your will, give me the wisdom and courage to recognize it. Start your day by putting Jesus first, because the direction of your morning can influence the direction of your entire day. Before you allow responsibilities, notifications, conversations, problems, or expectations to fill your mind, give the first moments of your day to God. When you wake up, remember that you have been given another opportunity to live, grow, love, serve, and become stronger in faith. You do not have to begin the morning with fear about everything that could happen. You can begin with gratitude for the one who has carried you through every season. There is something powerful about saying, "Good morning, Jesus," before saying anything else. It is a simple declaration that reminds your heart who comes first. You are telling yourself that your circumstances will not be the foundation of your peace. Your emotions will not determine your confidence. Other people's opinions will not control your identity. Jesus is the foundation on which you choose to build this day. When you put Jesus first, you are not saying that you have no responsibilities. You are choosing to approach those responsibilities with a different spirit. Instead of waking up immediately thinking about what you have to accomplish, begin by remembering who is with you. Ask Jesus for wisdom before making decisions. Ask him for patience before entering difficult conversations. Ask him for strength before facing challenges. Ask him to guide your thoughts before your thoughts begin running in every direction. Many mornings begin with an invisible battle in the mind. You may wake up remembering yesterday's disappointment. You may think about a bill that needs to be paid, a relationship that needs healing, a decision that has not been resolved, or a future that seems uncertain. Those thoughts can become heavy before the day even begins. But you can interrupt that cycle by bringing your attention back to Jesus. Instead of allowing worry to become your first conversation, let prayer become your first conversation. Tell Jesus exactly what is on your heart. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a complicated prayer. Speak honestly. Tell him where you feel weak. Tell him what you are afraid of. Tell him what you are hoping for. Tell him what you do not understand. Then release those things into his hands and choose to trust him with what you cannot control. Putting Jesus first also means allowing his character to influence the way you treat people throughout the day. It is easy to say that faith matters when everything is peaceful. The real test often comes when someone irritates you, disappoints you, misunderstands you, or treats you unfairly. Before reacting, remember who you represent. Give yourself permission to pause. Ask Jesus to help you respond with wisdom instead of anger and grace instead of revenge. Your morning can become a spiritual reset. Yesterday may have been difficult, but yesterday does not have to dictate today's attitude. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you said something you regret. Maybe something did not happen the way you expected. Bring it to Jesus, learn from it, and move forward. Do not allow yesterday's failure to steal today's opportunity. God's mercy gives you room to begin again with humility and faith. Putting Jesus first also means surrendering your plans. You may have a clear idea of how you want the day to unfold, but unexpected things will happen. A schedule may change. A person may disappoint you. An opportunity may disappear. Something you hoped for may take longer than expected. When these moments come, remember that a changed plan does not mean a ruined day. Sometimes the interruption you did not want becomes the opportunity you needed. Trust that Jesus can work even when your plans change. Ask Him to order your steps. Ask Him to close doors that should remain closed and open doors that align with His purpose. Ask Him to protect you from decisions made from desperation, pride, impatience, or fear. Give Him permission to redirect you. A surrendered life is not a powerless life. It is a life that recognizes that divine wisdom is greater than human understanding. Start your day by feeding your mind with truth instead of negativity. Spend a few quiet moments in prayer. Read Scripture. Reflect on God's promises. Give thanks for what you already have. Worship even before you feel like worshiping. These practices help move your attention away from fear and toward faith. You are training your mind to remember what is greater than the problem in front of you. Jesus does not need to be added to the end of your day after everything else has received your attention. Give Him the first place. Let Him shape the way you think before the world tells you how to think. Let Him influence your priorities before pressure chooses them for you. Let Him guide your words before emotions speak for you. When Jesus becomes the center of your morning, you can enter the day with a different kind of confidence. You may still face difficulties, but you do not have to face them alone. You may still have unanswered questions, but you can carry them with faith. You may still encounter uncertainty, but you can choose trust over panic. Your strength does not come from knowing everything that will happen. Your strength comes from knowing who walks with you through whatever happens. So when you open your eyes tomorrow morning, do not rush immediately into the demands of the world. Take a moment, breathe, give thanks, speak the name of Jesus. Place your plans, worries, relationships, responsibilities, and dreams into His hands. Then step into your day with the confidence that your first priority is not simply getting everything done. Your first priority is walking with Christ through everything you do. Surrender your day to Jesus before you try to control everything that happens within it. Every morning gives you a choice. You can wake up carrying yesterday's disappointments, today's worries, and tomorrow's uncertainties. Or you can place them into the hands of Christ and move forward with faith. Surrender does not mean giving up on your dreams or becoming passive about your responsibilities. It means recognizing that you were never created to carry every burden alone. When you invite Jesus to lead your day, you are choosing trust over fear and faith over anxiety. Before the demands of life begin competing for your attention, take a quiet moment and tell Jesus, this day belongs to you. Give Him your schedule, your conversations, your decisions, your work, your family, your goals, and even the things you cannot predict. You may have plans for the morning, afternoon, and evening, but God sees beyond the schedule you have written. He knows what is ahead. He understands the opportunities you cannot yet see and the dangers you do not know are coming. That is why surrender is an act of wisdom. You are trusting the one who can see the entire road while you can only see the next step. There may be things on your mind this morning that you desperately want to control. Perhaps you are waiting for an answer. Maybe you are concerned about money, relationships, work, family, or your future. You may be carrying a situation that has remained unresolved for longer than you expected. Your mind may keep asking when things will change and how everything will work out. Instead of allowing those questions to dominate your morning, bring them directly to Jesus. Tell Him what concerns you, then choose to release the outcome. Sometimes the hardest part of faith is waiting. We want immediate answers. We want immediate breakthroughs. We want to know exactly what God is doing before we take another step. But Jesus often teaches us to trust Him one step at a time. You may not receive the complete picture today. You may only receive enough direction for the next decision. That is enough. You do not need tomorrow's strength today. You need today's grace for today's assignment. Ask Jesus to lead your thoughts because your thoughts influence your words, choices, and actions. If your mind begins filling with fear, pause and redirect your attention toward God. If discouragement tells you that nothing will improve, remind yourself that your current situation is not the final chapter. If insecurity tells you that you are not capable, remember that your worth is not determined by the opinions of people. Let Christ become the voice you listen to above the voices that create confusion inside you. Surrender also means allowing Jesus to lead your reactions. You cannot control how every person will treat you today. Someone may speak harshly. Someone may misunderstand you. Someone may disappoint you. Someone may test your patience. You cannot control their behavior, but you can choose your response. Before anger takes over, ask Jesus for self-control. Before you speak words that you may regret, pause and pray. Before you allow bitterness to settle into your heart, remember that peace is more valuable than winning every argument. There will also be moments when your plans do not work out. You may leave home expecting one thing and encounter something completely different. A meeting may be canceled. An opportunity may disappear. A conversation may not go the way you hoped. Something you considered certain may suddenly change. In those moments, resist the temptation to believe that everything has gone wrong. Sometimes God redirects us through circumstances we initially misunderstand. A closed door can protect you. A delay can prepare you. An unexpected change can move you towards something you could not have planned yourself. This does not mean every difficult event is automatically good, or that pain should be ignored. It means you can trust Jesus even when you do not understand what is happening. You can grieve and still have faith. You can be disappointed and still pray. You can have questions and still trust God. Faith is not pretending that everything feels easy. Faith is continuing to place your confidence in Jesus even when the path is unclear. Ask Jesus to give you discernment throughout the day. Not every opportunity deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves a yes. Not every argument deserves a response. Not every thought deserves to remain in your mind. You need wisdom to recognize what belongs in your life and what needs to be released. When you surrender your day, you become more willing to pause and ask, Jesus, is this where you want me to go? Let him lead your priorities. There will always be more things demanding your attention. You may never reach the point where every task is completed and every problem is solved. Therefore, do not measure the value of your day only by how much you accomplish. Measure it by whether you walked faithfully through the opportunities God placed before you. Sometimes the most important thing you do today may be encouraging someone, forgiving someone, listening to someone, or spending a quiet moment with God. Surrender your future as well. You do not need to have your entire life figured out this morning. You do not need to know exactly where you will be next year. You do not need to understand every detail of your journey. Give Jesus your questions. Give him your dreams. Give him your disappointments. Give him your timeline. Then keep moving forward faithfully with what you know today. When you surrender your day, you can experience freedom from the exhausting need to control every outcome. You can work hard without becoming obsessed with results. You can plan without becoming anxious when plans change. You can pursue your goals while remaining open to God's direction. You can walk confidently without pretending that you know everything. This morning, place your entire day before Jesus. Let him go before you. Let him correct you when you are moving in the wrong direction. Let him strengthen you when you are tired. Let him comfort you when you are hurting. Let him give you wisdom when you are confused. Let him remind you of his presence when you feel alone. You do not know everything that today will bring, but you can choose who will lead you through it. Instead of demanding that the day unfold according to your expectations, surrender it to Jesus and trust him with every moment. Take the next step with faith, remain attentive to his direction, and allow his presence to become the foundation of everything you do today. So this morning I make a simple declaration. Jesus, you are first. Before my worries, you are first. Before my plans, you are first. Before my ambitions, you are first. Before my fears, you are first. Before the opinions of people, you are first. Take this day, take my mind, take my heart, take my decisions, take my words, take my actions, and let everything I do today bring me closer to you. Good morning, Jesus. Walk with me today. Lead me, protect me, strengthen me, correct me, and teach me. And when this day comes to an end, let me look back and know that I did not walk through it alone. I walked with you.